That's it right now, T-Nip.
What's up, YouTube? It's CrownSpectro here with another video for you guys. And today we're gonna be talking about what happened what happened to Until Dawn. And well, basically, if you guys don't know what this game is a horror game, right? You know, I've never really been too big on horror games, but I don't mind horror games either. It's just that it's not really too many horror games that I really played that I really enjoyed. You know, some horror games just be kind of boring. Other horror games got their own thing going for them. But you know, each to his own, right? Now, like I was saying before, you know, yeah, about these horror games right here, as far as this game goes, Until Dawn is a game where you can basically choose 8 different people. You control what these 8 different people do. You decide whether or not these 8 people die or survive. Alright. This game originally came out back in 2015. No, I did not play Until Dawn. Honestly, I remember when this game came out, and I remember when they was talking about this game. But I never played this game. And this game, despite what the critics were saying, this game done well. Actually, the critics didn't really hate this game much. This game didn't receive no much hate. Honestly, it was actually really pretty well received. And the actual developers were surprised. Developers were Supermassive, and they were surprised by the fact of how well this game received. Like a lot of fan base, like they loved the game. There was a lot of love for this game. All right, wasn't too much hate on this game. But the reason why this game has not came back with an Until Dawn 2 is simply just the fact that Supermassive, they don't want to do another one. They just simply don't. They're working on a whole different project right now, which is something it's understandable because developers do a team not to want to work on the same project. But what a big game does really well, most developers would indeed make a sequel to that game. Supermassive, no, they don't want to make another game. They want to make another Until Dawn, which is kind of surprising because a lot, like I said before, a lot of developers, most when they make a big hit game that does pretty well, I mean, it may not be a big hit, but it's a pretty popular game, and it now has a solid fan base. And they even had an interview talking about why they're not making another Until Dawn 2. They're working on other projects. I forgot what the other games they were working on. Oh yeah, now I remember. I think one of the games they made and were working on was a game in 2018. It was called Man of Midden. So it was Man of Midden. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong. Sorry about that. But it's like it was something like that. And simply put, they were working on this game, and they were really happy that this game received pretty good reviews, and people like this game and has a solid fan base. They even said that people to this day still ask for it Until Dawn 2. So that's saying something. But as far as Supermassive goes, they have no intentions of making a sequel because they were one of those developers that just doesn't like being tied down to just constantly making sequels for one game. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. They just like constantly, create new things. They don't like once they create that new thing, and it does well, then they want to move on to the next thing. They don't want to continue making, adding on to that one thing they created. They want to keep creating something different, something new every time, and they just want to keep going and keep going. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said before, and I know I'm saying that a lot, but I just want to let that be known because some developers I do. Maybe they may not feel that way, maybe I start to feel like that. Some developers do feel like that, once they make one big hit game, they gotta make like, I don't know, 3 to 4 sequels of that game. Alright, a sequel, and like 1, 2, 2 more games after that one, that's fine. But there's no need to continuously kind of forcefully make more and more sequels, after that game, or the 2 or 3 or 4, unless you know for a fact that you want to keep making those sequels and you know for a fact that this is what the fans want. All right. If that's what you desire, then yeah, sure. But if you feel like that as developers, I just feel like they should work on other projects. If they want to try something new, then go for it. You never know till you try. And developers, they have this creativity that flows through them that they should never know till they try. So I say go for it, and Supermassive may indeed come back with an Until Dawn 2. You just never know. Maybe they may change their mind later on in the future. They may decide to come back to this game and give the fans what they want. A sequel to one of their favorite games. And as far as horror games go, this game looks pretty good, honestly. For the fact that this game came out like what 20, it came 2015, so basically that's a year after the PS4 had just released. So yeah, for this time, yeah, this game looks, really good. From what I'm hearing of it, it was a pretty good game. And as far as what's going to happen for the future of Supermassive Games, what they're going to be developing and what they're going to be working on, I'm assuming they're going to try to stick with running with hard type games, maybe. Or, games like these where you control the eight, maybe not 8 different people, but, just like different games where you control, the players, and players control the people, and you do choose how their fates may end or whatnot, you know. And then like this game right here is supposed to have multiple endings. Sometimes certain characters in this game die, and others did. And then there's one ending, where this game, where all the characters may die or all the characters may survive. You never know. Like I think this game's supposed to have multiple endings. It kind of puts you in mind of I forgot that game was it Detroit Become Human. I had a lot of fun playing that game. It's a really good game. Yeah, but something like that. But it's more about survival though. But like I said though, it's like one of these games, this company kind of just like their one big hit game. I want to say it's just one big hit game. I'm pretty sure they have plenty of other games that done really well. It's just not really all that talked about. There's a lot of developer companies like that where they make great games. They only known for that one game, but in reality, they honestly made a lot of good games. It's just that one game is getting all the credit. But hey, this game is most definitely going to be, it's going to be down. It's going down in the history of gaming. Of course, with the hard games. I won't say one of the greatest hard games, but it's probably going to be one of the greatest. All right, it's going to be up there. People are always going to remember Until Dawn. Just because games like this, they stand out more. I don't know if it's just me, but when games only have like one game like this and there's no sequel like this, you tend to always remember this game, or you always want to come back to this game because there's no sequel. So you start to remember all the good times you had playing this one game, and you want to play it again. It just leaves a greater impact, on you. That's just what I personally think, about games like this. But there's nothing wrong with games that, that have sequels to them, because those games could leave just as great as an impact as a game that's single by itself, like Until Dawn. But anyways, you guys tell me what you think down in the comment section below. Do you miss Until Dawn? Do you want Until Dawn too? Do you wish they would have picked up on it? You guys tell me what you think down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.